Are we live? Are we live? I think we are. Oh, hello everyone. Welcome to a prelude to Martin Luther King Day. Most important American holiday coming this Monday. We got some songs to celebrate that and some things to talk about aside from Dr. King, who certainly made an impression on me in my life and taught me to make certain things important. I wrote that I'm old enough to remember that, remember Dr. King, and remember his speeches, and remember when he was killed, and remember the aftermath and struggles that go on still. A little samba marching song here. Sing for our strength in numbers. Sing that freedom might never be betrayed. Sing to fortify our hearts and clarify our dreams, even as the peace we seek must be delayed. Even as the peace we seek must be delayed. We sing and raise the growing chorus. Sing to turn back the forces of hate. And sing a brave lament with healing refrain for a love too little and too late. For a love too little and too late. Sing for our patience with the process. Sing for courage on the road hard and long. For every worthy journey, old obstacles and snares, heavy steps will be made lighter with a song. Heavy steps will be made lighter with a song. We sing and birth the peace resounding. Sing in harmony our dreams and our faith. Sing for we are measured and will be surely tested. Oh, that shall not mean we will wait. That shall not mean we will wait. Resounding in our harmony, our dreams and our faith. Sing for we are measured and will be surely tested, though that shall not mean we will wait. That shall not mean we will wait. Boy, I've got to clear my throat. And let's see what's happening. I've got to click this. And, okay. This happened last week. Suddenly I couldn't sing. I got a hot tea right there. That's not good. Dead air time. Okay. Sorry. Let's get our throat going. So, someone like Dr. King, Martin Luther King Jr., kind of comes along once in a century, I think, looking for our 21st century guide. Uh-oh, there's a dog here. Hi, Boom. Don't you bark. Don't bark, okay? A little song for... Are we waiting for the Messiah or what? Or is it us? Shall we rejoice or shall we mourn that to this cruel world another child is born? But may he grow to maturity and ask our help to save humanity. To save humanity. Yet some will say she'll not be blessed and attack her virtue and her holiness, though she will pay dearly for such deeds. For greater peace she bravely sows the seeds. She bravely sows the seeds. So great and small their works may be, all that they will touch will come to surely see. All humankind as one single tree, all branches of one sacred family, one sacred family, that they will fail and they will learn is for us our charge and as well our concern. For we are called and some will reply. Some live the truth, some blindly will deny. Some blindly will deny. Life is short and too direct, and its challenges deserve solemn respect. But joy will reign and hearts be set free. Spirit will not surrender easily. Surrender easily. With that thinking about, well, the birth of a child, shall we rejoice and shall we mourn? The first verse says, to this cruel world another child is born. Is that a Christmas song or is it? I think it's in any time of year. And if you'll notice, I tried to make sure to say he in the first verse, she in the second verse, and they in the third verse. So what are we talking about? Thank you for your donations. We really appreciate. We greatly appreciate your donations to keep us going. And I'm going to say something a couple of times tonight just about next week. I have been trying to become a grant writer, or to try to turn toward grants and commissions and so on and such for my work, which, a lot of musicians get and work with musical groups, theater groups, dance groups, and fine arts groups work often with grants. And of course, I don't mean that I don't intend to make a living, but just in the commercial music world, you can't always accomplish what you want. So your bigger ideas maybe take some funding to realize. And I made this big book a bunch of years ago called the Earth and Spirit Songbook, and I hope to make another one. And so I'm going to do a fundraiser next week. I'll explain more about that after. Let's play a couple more songs. And remember Dr. King. I only discovered this song in a memorial service to Dr. King. Where was I? I was in college and had an African American roommate, John Pretler, at the time. I remember saying, "How come I didn't know about this song that they call the African American national anthem?" In the turn of the last century, the beginning of the 20th century, early 1900s. I'm not sure when exactly. James Weldon Johnson, and with words by his brother J. Rosamond Johnson. James Weldon Johnson, great musician, but also a great leader. One of the founders, I believe, of NAACP, where he was there in the beginning, wrote this song. And boy, it's been interpreted every which way. I'll do it in kind of a, I guess, a more traditional way. Not D, E. Every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the roar. Full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died. Yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers died. We have come over a way with the tears that have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughter. we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, who have brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the fight, keep us forever on the path we pray, lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee, lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee, shadowed beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God, true to our native land. Wow. You know, you'll forgive me, white guy, for singing that song all by myself. I don't have somebody else here to sing with us. Everybody should know that song, in my opinion. So thanks for your donations, keeping us going. The thing's going across the screen. There it goes, off the other end. There it comes over here. PayPal, and this is Venmo there to James Scott, of all things. Someday maybe I'll fix that. James, sounds like I'm in trouble. And then also my website, jimscottmusic.com, is there is a donation button there, but there's also a lot of products and things. If you would like to have an Earth and Spirit songbook or something, please do avail yourself of things like that. I thought this song was appropriate. I just want to do this. I wrote this just this past year. Oh boy. I thought I was doing well before before the hour, and then all of a sudden I'm fogged up with junk in my throat. Soaring beyond doubt over Earth's solid gravity, in noisy migration, still they long for their rest. Some kissed their wings as they carved the sky eternal, looking to the night when they'll sleep in their nests. Voyagers heed signs written on the wide horizon. From the third dimension, find the secrets they seek. Quest for nobility, sustenance, serenity, beckons to the brave as it comforts the meek. So may we see over barriers and borderlines a bond of all beings on the earth, land, and sea, dreaming a world where each life is truly valued, remembering a justice that restores humanity. Spirit of the earth, the spirit of the never-ending, from the third dimension, seeing straight to the heart. Spirit moving always just beyond our understanding. In the greater dance, may we each play a part. Spirit of the earth, spirit of the never-ending, from the third dimension, seeing straight to the heart. Spirit moving always just beyond our understanding. In the greater dance, may we each play a part. Forgot what I was going to do. Oh yeah, I know what I want to do. A few movement songs, if you might. Often gospel songs with a change of a word, or maybe not even a change of a word, become songs of civil rights movement, human rights movement, the peace movement. The truth movement is so threatening. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land. Where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land. Where I'm bound. They'll be singing in that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. They'll be singing in that land. They'll be singing in that land. They'll be singing in that land where I'm bound. To that land where I'm bound. Trouble in the air over my head. I hear trouble in the air over my head. I hear trouble in the air. There must be a heaven somewhere. Lord, come by here. Someone's crying, Lord, come by here. Someone's crying, Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. Someone's praying, Lord, come by here. Someone's praying, Lord, come by here. Someone's praying, Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. Someone's singing, Lord, come by here. Someone's singing, Lord, come by here. Someone's singing, Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. Oh Lord, come by here. Come by here. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Sing it like you did at camp now, everybody. This little light, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it, this little light, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, the light of mine, yes, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh yes. Oh my. So next week, thank you for your donations for this week's concert. I have been doing this fundraising, I guess. We don't charge admission to the concert, but we ask if you can do it for donations to the cause. and the cause being keeping this musician going and inventing a new concert every week, and other things. The greater things I've been thinking about doing, I just want to raise this and tell you a little bit. I'm going to tell you more next week, but a few months ago, I signed up for something to learn to be a grant writer, and learn to do this stuff that I see other musicians do to get commissions or grants to do a larger piece of work of music or theatrical something, or just a venture of some sort. And the thing I'm thinking primarily is two things. A book, again, a sequel to the Earth and Spirit songbook. I think it's time for a sequel. And so there were 110 songs in the first book, and I think we'll try to put at least that many in the second book. Some of them I'm thinking some shorter songs, and the idea is songs for anybody to sing. Some of them, a few of them would be solo songs maybe, but mostly it was, having at least a chorus for everybody to join in on and stuff, and celebrate the earth. A lot of things have happened since the first book was made almost 2 decades ago. That climate change has swept in and taken all the headlines, where we were talking about endangered species or water, air quality, pollution, disappearing forests, desertification, all kinds of other things like that in the book, but not much about climate change in that first book. And now there's a ton of stuff. There's so many young artists writing about that sort of thing. So if you got a song, or if you know of a song, I'd love for you to let me know about it. You can do that on my website. You can say contact Jim, or and I am Jim at jimscottmusic.com, which is the website. So you can talk to me about that. But so I'm working on, I've identified several possible grants. You need to be a non-profit, which I've considered that, and some people have. Paul Winter, the living music that Paul Winter started is a non-profit, and there have been musicians who have been non-profits. Stan Kenton, I think, was the first one I know of that decided to quit the music business and the commercial recording industry and make his own records and become a non-profit and support jazz as a thing. Mine, of course, I'm a musician first, but I'm not just talking about supporting music. I'm supporting musicians and supporting getting the word out about saving the world, that's the important thing for me, I think. And so both to do a concert, I talked about this last week, a year to save the earth is what I'm thinking. And boy, I hope we're going to be able to get out on tour with a concert this year. It may be, the year to save the earth stretches into next year, but this year maybe being the year to save us from COVID, but we can't wait very many more years. We've waited too many years. We're too far behind. So enough lecture. I don't mean to lecture you about it. This is a song I think will certainly go in that next Earth and Spirit songbook. Solomon Burke wrote this meditation on peace and justice. You better listen, brothers and sisters, 'cause if you do, you can hear there are voices calling across the years, and they're crying across the ocean, and they're crying across the land, and they will until we all come to understand. None of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. Your part. None of us are free. None of us are free till one of us is chained. None of us fight. We got to feel for each other. Let our brothers know we're here. Got to get the message, send it out loud and clear. None of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. If one of us in chains, none of us are free. Well, I swear to you, salvation isn't very hard to find. None of us can find it on our own. We got to join together, spirit, heart, and mind, for all our suffering. They know they're not alone. None of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. One of us in chains. None of us are free. Well, if you just look around you, you'll see what I say. 'Cause the world's getting smaller each passing day. It's beyond the time to make some changes. It's time we all realize that the truth is shining right before our eyes. 'Cause none of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. If one of us in chains, none of us are free. Sing it again. None of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. If one of us is chained, none of us are free. I forgot what I was going to do. I was going to do something else. Well, that's not it. Huh, that's funny. I thought I had a list right here, but this isn't it. I don't know where the list is. Oh well, alright. You know what we got to do? This. I didn't have this on the list. I don't know why that is. How's that? African boom, which becomes, let's speed it up a little, becomes the swing of jazz and blues and all that. It didn't just come from there, jazz and blues, but makes a good story. It came from everybody. Jazz came it came from Jewish music, Chinese music had the they harmonized in fourths, and it sounds like Chinese music. But Chinese railroad workers started making, added to the cowboy music of. And then, of course, from the hollers of Appalachia and all. Black music and poor white music gave us American music. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, let me not forget to say, next week I'm going to do an unabashed fundraiser. I'm announcing it now. Here's the thing, I've been studying this and I've taken there all the webinars, working with, I'm signed up to become a member of this thing. It's called Foundation Search. And you write grants, you learn to write grants, and then I need a fiscal sponsor. Now that could have been maybe a Unitarian church or something like that, because I'm affiliated with so much that way, but I've chosen to pardon me, I'm doing it again. Choosing a fiscal sponsor. A group called Fractured Atlas is a nonprofit in New York that works with so many artists and is the nonprofit that artists use to get grants through the nonprofit. They do take a little percentage of stuff, but they help you. And so I've applied to that, and what you need to do to show that you're for real is raise some money on your own. They say, well, do a GoFundMe campaign or something like that. Well, I don't want to do that exactly, but I'm going to advertise at the concert next week. You're all invited for free. Do please come and hear songs from the Earth and Spirit Songbook, and at least a couple of songs destined to be in the next Earth and Spirit Songbook. And more about that. I want to just not only have Earth songs and more contemporary Earth songs than ones that are still really good, but maybe don't address the most recent subjects. There's not a song in there about fracking, so like that. And James Durst wrote a song, No Fracking Way, and then he discovered at least 5 other people, he said 5 or 6, he found other people had used that phrase in a song. It just lends itself, I guess. But it's this terrible engineering idea that causes earthquakes, pollutes, gets into the drinking water, it boom and bust towns from this thing. But well, we can do it, so let's just do it. Like, we can destroy everything. Why don't we just do it and make money? So I think most of us, I bet anybody I'm talking to doesn't believe that. So I'm going to do a concert next week. It'll be on Facebook and YouTube, but let me announce that as I did with my friend David Roth just a couple of weeks ago, this was his idea, and I love it. He did a Zoom thing afterwards. So at the concert, we'll announce the link for the Zoom thing that you can come and hang out afterwards. The concert will not be as long-winded as probably I'm going to be tonight. I'm going to play a couple more songs. I hope that's all right. scale. Where is he going? E minor. The 2 chord and the 5 chord in E minor. Beautiful song by Horace Silver. There's a place that I know where the sycamores grow and daffodils have their fun, where the cares of the day seem to slowly fade away in the glow of the evening sun. Peace when the day is done. If I go there real late, let my mind meditate on everything to be done. If I search deep inside, let my conscience be my guide, then the answers are sure to come. Don't have to worry none. When you find peace of mind, let your worries, leave your worries behind. Don't say it can't be done. With a new point of view, life's true meaning comes to you, and the freedom you seek is one. Peace is for everyone. You're lost in all those harmonies. I forgot what else I was going to do. I have a list. I've lost it. Okay. Oh yeah, well, I need my glasses for this. I have a song that I wrote honoring Dr. Martin Luther King. A long time ago, my buddy, my friend, longtime friend, I won't say old friend, Martha Sandifer recorded this song. I've revised the words a little bit since, but I've never used this enough. I'm not sure why that is. be judged by the content of character and not gender, creed, or race. All humanity created with a dignity and worth, nothing to fear, and all are free to share in the bounty of this earth. I'm keeping the dream, dream is still alive, dream is still alive, dream is still alive, the dream is still alive, I know it's still alive, that's the chorus, the dream is still alive, I know it, the dream is still alive, dream is still alive, I know the dream is still alive. Sometimes you can't believe in what you see. There's a dream, you know it can be. I'm keeping the dream, it's still alive. I'm keeping the dream alive. But the dream is still alive. The dream is still alive. In the heart of the land of plenty, I've seen harvest go to seed. The hopes of each generation laid low by hate and greed. Aren't you tired of hearing about security and pride? Well, I just have to tell you about the truth I feel inside. I'm keeping the dream, dream is still alive, dream is still alive, the dream is still alive, I'm keeping the dream alive. People talking from the heart, oh, that's a good place to start. I'm keeping the dream is still alive, the dream is still alive. The dream is still alive, dream is still alive, the dream is still alive, I'm keeping the dream alive, that dream is still alive, dream is still alive, the dream is still alive, I'm keeping the dream alive. Well, just imagine the rest of the band, and drums, bass, piano, everything like that. I know you have a vivid imagination. You can do it. Thought I'd sing this song. This is on my latest album, which was not. I deliberately tried to make it not too much political. It was more like Jim plays guitar, and with a Brazilian and Central American, Mexican, Caribbean rhythms to many of the songs, and playing the nylon string guitar. The album's called Heart in Another Land. So it's got samba things and stuff on there, reggae even. But this, where does this fit in? It's maybe a slightly Latin beat to it, but. Longing for that state of grace, we claim our rights, fight for our place, yet we're afraid access and equality, poised to turn crisis into opportunity. Yet we're afraid to come to love, drawn by the conflict, caught in the tide, blind to where the cycle ends, yielding nothing of the secrets we hold inside, passing our pain to lovers and friends, to lovers and friends. It's a race no one can win. There's only a place to begin. Just surrender the boundaries and let each other in. Drawn by the conflicts, caught in the tide, blind to where the cycle ends, yielding nothing of the secrets we hold inside, passing our pain to lovers and friends, to lovers and friends. It's a race no one can win, only the place to begin. Just surrender the boundaries and let each other in. Confront injustice with no regrets, yet the more we struggle, the harder it gets. Yet we're afraid to come to love. Confront injustice with no regrets, yet the more we struggle, the harder it gets. We're afraid to come to love, afraid to come to love. I've forgotten what else, if I was going to do anything else. I don't think so. And it's, boy, we've had an hour here. Thank you. I got to look. Let me look here. Hello. The first thing I see is hi, Donna Hammers. Well, let's see, Janice Dallas. And I can't see close enough. Oh, it's Greek alphabet. It looks like Roman, a not Roman alphabet. Is that a Russian name? Right? And Donna Hammers, Janice Dallas, Gary Kowalski. Hello, Gary. Heidi Cooper. Hi, Heidi. And Josh. No, Jonas. Nami. I need some stronger glasses or whatever, or get the computer closer to me. Thanks for the comments. I can't really quite see what they say. And Gary Green, hi, Gary. Fracking has to be in a dark minor key. Yeah, we'll see about that. No joking about that. And Donna, thanks for liking that Horace Silver song. It's been the theme song of Eric in the Evening on our WGBH in Boston for so many years. is playing the version that they always play on there. Okay. So stay tuned for the announcement about the fundraiser and a hangout group after the concert next week for the Earth and Spirit Songbook fundraiser. Oh, I didn't explain it quite right. So the Fractured Atlas being the fiscal sponsor, they say, we want you to raise some money to show that you're for real, and that so they suggest, well, if you haven't gotten donations, well, I'm wondering if I can get them to agree that the donations you all have been giving me for the past year and a half suffice for donations, but I'm going to do a fundraiser. They say you got to raise $1 million, yeah, you got to raise a minimum of $1,000 somehow, and then you can't offer people a premium. I can't say I'm selling you the book ahead of time or something like that. It's supposed, and not an admission charge to a concert or something either. So that's the thing. So to prove myself, that's what we're going to do next week. Rite of passage, I guess, and do this fundraiser, which will just send you our appreciation for it. And what I'll be doing is collecting a list of people who have donated to the book, and in the book, and maybe on the website and anywhere else we can put it, we'll be thanking the donors, the supporters of the Earth and Spirit Songbook. I hope to do that with some funding of some maybe a major funder, the big corporations and things that fund things. So I'll more about it next week. But and by the way, I know some friends here know I announced months ago that I was going to start a Patreon page. I have not felt like I can do it yet. I've got a whole lot of material that will go on the Patreon page, but in order to keep on putting new content on a Patreon page, I don't want to just ask people to just support me without me doing anything. I'm supposed to be doing something for you. That's the point, I hope. My wish for you, as now we part, is for greater peace to fill your heart with dreams as vast as starry space. So hurt and anger know no place. May truth be shared and wounds be healed, and joy for living be revealed through every fate and circumstance. May hope lead weary steps to dance, and may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. May fears be turned with keen insight to wisdom for what's just and right. Where sorrow grows, compassion strong, and pains will pass before too long. May the bounds of our diversity serve a richer harmony. May courage hold your heart so true to smile on love when it smiles on you. And may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night, ever dancing circles in the night, ever dancing circles in the night, ever dancing circles in the night. Thank you, everybody. Anybody who stayed till the bitter end, and thank you for your donations. Thank you for coming and keeping me company and celebrating Dr. King. Love each other. Be well, and we'll let you know about next week. Good night.